Boom. Hit that. Mr. Washington right here.
Picture me in Washington.
Yeah, so this part right here. So how did you get this opportunity to speak to people?
I got a presidential scholarship in the arts. And so I was gonna go to DC and meet the president and get a medal and everything. It was very cool. COVID, unfortunately, they shut the in-person down before I went to go do it.
Yeah.
But this is a program I've been in touch with, and they did an event where they brought former and current scholars together in the Capitol, and some of these people they're important decision makers and policy makers, and then there were a handful of artists there that were it was.
Sorry, I'm gonna move the microphone because I kind of forgot a little bit about this thing. But don't worry, it picks us up. Yeah.
But basically, what I went there to do, I had this 90-minute presentation that I gave in Washington, right across from the Capitol, right there.
Just you, or is this with you
just
with help?
Me.
Or no?
It was just me. Originally, it was gonna be me with some help.
Yeah. But they said, I think it would.
Yeah, we changed the program around. And basically, I was so fish out of water for this, but it was basically my perspective as a young person going into the entertainment industry, growing up in a generation of social media, and especially AI, and how that's going to impact the workforce. And
throw it into this stuff and then make it 1,000 TikTok clips or something. Do you use that for your work, or no, or not yet, or thinking?
Not in that way, but yes, I've used AI mostly as a visual effects tool. I'm not a big VFX person, but I try to get myself as involved as I can with that stuff. So the last short that I just did, for example, we had the main character of the short is a goat man, and
we're pulling it up. We're pulling it up right now.
Pull up. He's right there.
Oh, he's just chilling. He's right there. Yeah.
I don't know if you can hear me anymore.
Here's the trailer.
Here's the trailer.
You'll see in a second, one of the characters is a puppet that we built. He's 7 feet tall. He's a half man, half goat. Yeah, that hard boy right there.
This right here. Are you kidding?
Yeah. So and there's a lot more of him in the film, and he moves around and stuff.
That's a lot of work to be working with that. Is that a mask? Or
it's all puppeteered, so there's 2 people basically moving things to get him, the arms and the head, and there's a hydraulic, we used a bike brake to operate the mouth, so we pump the mouth up and down.
Hold it and then That's smart.
But the thing that we couldn't get, because it would be so advanced to do this, is for the eyes to blink on the puppet, because we could have a very basic eyelid moving, but there's so much detail, your musculature moves and all this stuff changes. It couldn't just
be just the eyelid.
It would look super fake.
Yeah.
So one of the things, I guess I'll admit this, one of the things that we did use a little bit of AI for in some of this film is we took reference pictures of the goat, we trained an AI model on our guy's eyes, and then we generated a bunch of clips of the eyes blinking and moving. But then it's we're not generating a shot with AI. It's a portion of the shot from our original, so we're not sourcing other people's goat pictures, I guess.
Right, definitely. Also,
go back.
Yeah, there we go.
We're using it as a tool to put in, more effects on top of what we've made. And I'm I think that to me, it feels like a right way to use it. You're streamlining your process and you're basing it off original material. Yeah. It's as much as I want to grandstand and be don't fully generate anything, it's well, that's going to happen anyway. I think it's really good for directors to be out there and have all their work out there. But I also think it's if you look at, let's just take the last 5 years of what directors have hit the scene. And Sean Baker just winning the Oscar, and you have all this stuff. It's dude, Sean Baker. Sean Baker and I had the same amount of followers not that long ago.
Literally, I was looking at his stuff. I DM'd the guy because I thought I had a chance.
I talked to him.
Yeah, I DM'd him. I said, hey, I enjoy your style. If you can look and see if any actor look at me,
Pull up the poster, the Frat Zombies poster right there on my Instagram. So Sean Baker saw this poster and then hired the guy who made it because he wanted a poster that looked like it. This is like from my Instagram.
And he saw it, but like, how do you know he saw it?
Because he DM'd the guy who made it.
Oh yeah.
He's like, hey, I'm making because he's re-releasing. Oh god. Well, I don't know. Fuck.
Are they re-releasing? Dude, on this stuff, like, the thing is, nobody's gonna expose nothing, but at the same time, I don't know. I can't tell.
Who cares? It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
You can come after me, Sean Baker.
Yeah. He's gonna. Oh, watch this, yo.
But he's doing something and he needed a poster, and it's like,
dude,
crazy. The world. I think one of the things it's like, yeah, you can be an influencer, you can do all that stuff, but it's like, I think if you look at like directors who are making movies and stuff, there is still some semblance of meritocracy where people rise to the top based on like the work that they're doing, and so a lot of like the feature filmmaking that's happening, that's not coming from influencers. But yeah, for commercial, for music video, for like short form content, 100%, that's super important. That's not really something that I do a great job in. But I guess it's like for now that's not.
The poster's killer, man.
The poster's
the poster's poster. It reminds me of like some Black Ops 4 zombies like type thing. I don't even know, like some crazy stuff.
This is a fun project I did.
No, hey, dude, do you want to talk about this one as well, or I mean,
yeah, it was like a comedy that I did with some friends where it's like a meteor crashes into a frat house. And the frat brothers open it up and there's like mushrooms inside. They all take the mushrooms and turn into zombies. It's just like it's like a parody B horror kind of movie.
That's cool though. No, that's a great idea. Was that from the USC thesis side of things, or
this I made with a bunch of friends at school. So this is like my most like in school thing that I made.
No, that one's cool.
But yeah, I didn't do a thesis, so I don't know.
But is that you're still trying to do a thesis still, or no?
It's too late. So I had you have to apply. The professors choose the students who do it. So I never got picked for it.
But you were only applying for the best of the best. Like you're like, I want my project type thing, or were you always?
No, I think it's just like some people do a really good job of like being a student.
Teacher's pet?
No, not teacher's pet. It's just like
Dingleberry type thing. Like,
no.
Hey, I'm gonna be right there. I'm gonna stick by you, teacher. Don't worry, I love you.
I think if you want to be like at USC, like do a thesis, it's like you need to make yourself like known to like the people who are gonna choose you. And I realized it's like I spent 4 years basically outside of school doing all my work, and the people at the school, the professors just didn't know who I was. They didn't know what I was doing, and it kind of caught up to me. It's like I turn around, I'm like, I really want to direct a thesis, and they're like, we have no idea who you are.
Dude, I mean, they should know who you are. Like I'm saying,
now they do.
Now they understand that, like, and they should have had that gem, pulling up and directing all this stuff. Like I already know. Do you feel like it's still a competitive kind of environment at USC in a way, like, or do you feel like it's like you're collaborating like with your fellow students and like, hey, everybody should be working together and let's go after we all graduate, let's all meet up in a house and let's create a production company or something? Is that the vibe at USC, or? There
are a lot of people at USC who say like, for the film school, like, this is a competitive program. It's really competitive. Those people are so wrong.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't want to be mean, but like, if that's how you are looking at it, you've already missed the point, in my opinion. Because the second thing you said is literally exactly like what me and my friends have been doing. It's like, it's a collaborative thing. You meet people you like and who you want to work with, and you move in with them. You do a product. I mean, the house I live in right now is basically like a fully functioning post house at this point.
Hell yeah.
And it's like we love work. I mean, literally on the drive over here, I was on the phone with my roommate because we're finishing our sound mix.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I gotta go to this live stream, but here's the note for the sound mix.
I'll be back soon. Don't worry.
Send me the file tonight.
Yeah. And talented, creative mindset, and this stuff right here. What is this?
That's my chordsizer.
How long did it take you to learn the chordsizer?
Honestly, it wasn't that hard. I think
because he's a talented ass guy.
I think anyone can play that if they wanted to. It's like a mini harp basically, but you strum it. It's kind of weird.
No, that's amazing stuff.
Those buttons on the side are like they're felt pads that you push down to make chord shapes. So you see like my right hand or my left hand going kind of crazy down there.
No, but then that makes it so that you won't have like string, whatever.
Yeah, exactly. Every director needs to experience this. Is like when you finish editing your movie, and then you go get it scored, and you sit with an orchestra, like a real orchestra scoring your movie. It's just like magical.
You did that with the Goat?
Yeah. It's I'm like, and I can, I'm not like pretentious if I say how good the score is because I didn't make it. It's so good.
I remember even in middle school, I knew this guy had it in him because the movie, like, I don't know what it was. If it was just like I knew that I was more meant for in front of the camera, but it was just I wasn't as technically sound behind the camera compared to you guys, and seeing people like Sonny and Jack and other people like that, I was like, all right, I'm gonna let you guys take over and let me just keep being the crazy crack kid that I am, And
but you were the only one of us who was, you were working on real movies.
I got Bennett. Miss Bennett luckily told she made it very clear to me that I should be very grateful for being in that I at least made it, and I think I wouldn't be as grateful as I am if it wasn't for Miss Bennett telling me yo, this shit doesn't happen, it's
Miss
not
Bennett,
easy.
Karen Bennett, everything I ever make for the rest of my life, it doesn't matter what it is, she's on the special thanks.
Yeah.
That's like.
You have to. She's the one. But is there any other final remarks that you want to include? Shout outs on your end, or what you got coming up, or?
Well, man, I should have come with some shout. I mean, we're gonna be Old Goat. We talked about it a bit. That's the one on the Instagram right there. We're gonna have. I wanted to bring it back to our roots, and the festival that it's gonna premiere at is Nifty, which is that same festival that I went to when I was a kid. Because recently, because it's people want to go to other festivals and Tribeca, Sundance. I was like, this one I wanted to go there first because that's this will be my last year I'm able to.
Dude, you have to go to.
So every 2-3 year block, you'll find people you remember. Well, it's the same thing with I'm sure. Tribeca, I had the same experience. I've been there a couple times now.
You see similar people at similar festivals.
But Nifty's way more social, just for the fact that it's mostly people under the age of 24. Because it's Tribeca. You're running. It's a lot of industry stuff, and everyone's very I'm trying to sell my movie or
that one seems more promoting and getting out there hey, I need the funding
Sundance has that too, but the other thing that Sundance has is just absolute party animals everywhere, which it's and that's not for everyone, but if you're that kind of person and you can meet people like that, I don't like to call it network. I don't want to call it networking, but
you see the stuff with Drake Bell and stuff he went through it. And he couldn't even tell his parents, and it was his girlfriend's mom that saw that he was acting hella weird and was yo. I got lucky enough to the point where, I was doing it since birth, but my mom was watching me the whole time, making sure I was, nothing crazy was going down, so I feel I was very sheltered, but it was a great sheltered on my half of things. Now that I'm officially 18, past 18, doing my own stuff, she's stepped back, let me kind of just take over, and I'm trying to figure out what works, what doesn't work, on my own, and trying to figure out how to really create that relationship with my managers and my agents personally, to be for my manager wise, my mom is you weren't talking, you weren't texting her or whatever and doing stuff. I mean, I'm I'll text her every now and then when I need something, but it's it's not like how you were doing it. So I'm still figuring out how I work with this kind of stuff, but it's the business side, It's figuring it out, the logistics, the network, and trying to figure out also with doing the stream stuff. digital marketing maybe, like getting a digital marketer to help me like, you know, level up and just be connected to more people on that acting side or performance artsy wise. So just seeing what works, you know, just figuring it out.